everyone, I'm Jenny Shulkin.
And I'm Corey Stern.
And this is NewsFlash, giving you flashes of news
when you need it most.
Today's episode of NewsFlash will focus on the U.S.'s conflict with Afghanistan. For some brief background on the issue, the U.S. originally sent troops to Afghanistan to investigate and destroy terrorist threats residing within the country.
The conflict has waged on for over a decade now, as it first began in response to the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks.
One of the main disagreements involves American-led raids on Afghan homes, which the American military claims are essential to fighting al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups hiding within the country. Despite the necessity of these raids, they are highly offensive to the Afghan public, and Afghanistan's President Karzai has previously demanded that only Afghan forces should be permitted to conduct the searches.
American officials do not believe Karzai's demands to be viable if high standards of security are to be attained. Because of this, Secretary of State John Kerry has worked tirelessly to reach another solution.
Understanding Afghan frustrations over American refusal to admit their supposed military mistakes, one of Kerry's proposals involved a letter to the Afghan leadership that would acknowledge these mistakes and vow to never repeat them. Karzai demanded that the letter come from President Obama instead, and only then would he sign any security agreement.
In exchange for Obama's letter, Karzai pledged to permit American military raids on Afghan homes under what officials call extraordinary circumstances. He is also willing to negotiate a long-term security pact with the United States, which will allow continued presence of American soldiers in the country after the 2014 deadline for American troop withdrawal.
Since this exchange of intentions and promises, the U.S. and Afghanistan have finalized the bilateral security agreement and other concessions, including the agreement that U.S. soldiers will not be subject to Afghan prosecution during their service overseas, and that they can continue their raids on Afghan homes perceived to be dangerous.
Many of these concessions were ones that Obama could not obtain from Iraq during a comparable process of negotiations in 2011.
Negotiations were made possible because each side had much to lose from an inability to form an agreement. U.S. officials did not wish to see Afghanistan become a terrorist haven once again, while Afghan leaders understood that over $4 billion in annual security assistance would be cut off without the presence of the U.S. military on their soil. Americans hope to see continued negotiations among the two nations' leaders with the eventual goal of ending the conflict.
That was your news flash for the day. Stay tuned to Penn U TV for the next episode.
Thank you for watching, and see you soon.